guys. Episode 9 of Podcast Paradise, and this is your host, Max Paradise. And today we're back at it in Dan's basement with Jonah and Dan. I'm tired as fuck. I just woke up. How are you guys?
Not bad. Unlike Max, I am very used to waking up at a normal time.
I mean, we were up pretty late last night.
That's true.
And my eyes were sore when I woke up.
I definitely did not get 8 hours.
Oh, same. I went to bed at 4.
I got 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours? When did you wake up?
10.
Why?
I went to bed at 4, I woke up at 10.
Yeah, same here.
Damn. Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why did you... We didn't have to do anything till 12:30.
Well, I want
and you live here.
I want to get ready, dude. I had to eat lunch. I want to say hi to my grandma.
So, let's get back to the podcast.
Alright, yeah. Enough with that. First topic of the day. Again, at risk of being the podcast that always starts off the show with a billionaire.
It could be our thing.
It's unreasonable to expect us not to talk about this, though. You guys are familiar with what just happened in the part 2 of the Bezos saga,
the threats.
right?
Oh, yeah.
The blackmail.
All right,
Tasty
so
shit.
I feel like we should fill in the audience first.
Yeah, please do.
So basically, Jeff Bezos posted an article on Medium that he wrote himself, where what's the name? It's AMI, right? Is the company that blackmailed him?
I don't know.
So we'll call it AMI. So AMI, they basically they own the Inquirer, I think, which is the newspaper that leaked the Bezos sexts. And when that happened, he started to launch his own private investigation into the company because they've been known to do catch and kill stories on behalf of Trump. They also have ties to the Saudi Arabian government. So he started launching an investigation. And once they got wind of that, they sent him an email detailing the fact that they want him to not end the investigation, or else they will release more lewd photos and more damning lewd photos than what they've previously released, and that the agreement is to be kept 100% secret. Jeff Bezos...
Yeah. Well, we know about it.
Yeah,
so.
Jeff Bezos...
He dropped the funk that...
He completely ignored it, which he says in the article that it's like, oh, it's because I'm so rich. If I can't withstand a blackmail, who can? So I wanted to stand up for myself and give people the courage to not be blackmailed. But also, it cannot be ignored that apparently he has a monster schlong. So he has nothing to be embarrassed about. He's like, yeah, you want to see my...
part of his statement? Just yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Release it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you want to see my huge cock?
I mean,
your call.
Compared to Trump's toadstool, I mean, who really has blackmailing abilities here?
Yeah, the they in the email, in the article, he posted the email and listed all the pictures they have of him. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want them to just release it, honestly. Sorry about that.
Max, take your phone off the table.
Sorry. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want them to release it. I'm curious.
I'm with you there.
I'm curious. Every time these scandals happen, it's like, you know what? I'm curious.
You just want to see the monster schlong?
Yeah, I need to see if it's true.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know the stats on that bitch.
Yeah, is it just alleged that he has a big penis, or are there stats? Is it attendance share?
No, there's no metrics on it yet.
Yeah, exactly. I want the metrics.
Definitely a Pringles can.
I want someone to see his penis compared with an object in the background and reverse engineer how large his penis is, to the T.
It seemed because he listed in the list of photos they have of him. They don't have one, apparently, that's just him full nude, rock hard. They have one where it's rock hard through his pants, and they have one where it's poking out through the open zipper.
Oh, that's adorable.
I want to see them so bad, honestly.
Bezos is fucking a tease.
Yeah, and also they have one, the first new, lewd photo they list is just selfie at Amazon meeting. Which I honestly want to see that almost as much as the dick pics. I just
I feel like we're kind of escaping the point of this in that.
I mean,
this is our point for it.
He went above the blackmailing. He did not back down.
That's not what I care about, to be honest.
He did not let the Saudi Arabian government get the best of it.
Well, also, something really fun that I remembered because my crazy English teacher told us about this. He thought it was absolutely hilarious that the name of the dude who owns the National Enquirer is David Pecker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I remember sitting in the car listening to that on the radio and just hearing Pecker and giggling every single time.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, we can talk about, like, the blackmail thing. It's fucked up, I guess, that, like, that this is very common from this company.
Yeah.
That they do catch and kill stories on, like, every enemy of Trump, and they buy out news stories so that people can't publish them. I mean, that's pretty fucked up, but I also feel like in the age of, like, internet news, it doesn't matter quite as much because it can get out anyway without like a big newspaper buying it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if someone like technically buys the rights to a story, which I think is insane that you can do that, like, or they try to hide something, like, it's gonna get out there somehow. Like, no matter what. So, like, if people are passionate about it, it's gonna get out there.
Once it drops into the meme community, it's gone. It's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, the thing, though, is, like, a story like this wouldn't drop, but I think things that are really important do, honestly. But the story that, like AMI is, like, working with the Saudi Arabian government, it got out anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So I'm honestly more interested in the penis pics. Like, I will say the number one bar for celebrity penis pics is ex-NBA player Greg Oden, where it literally looks like it's like a fucking small third leg. Like, it's just enormous.
But, like, I feel like once you get to that size, what's the practicality? Like, you're just gonna like kill the woman. I feel like you're just gonna destroy her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't fit quite right.
I find someone with loose bones.
And also, though, I feel like it also has to be mentioned, Greg Oden is like 7 feet tall, so for it to look
like a third leg,
it's got to be even bigger than we like.
How many inches do you think?
I don't know. He's got to be rocking like 12 inches or something, dude. Like
a foot long.
I'm gonna look it up real quick just so I have the metric.
Yeah, please.
But I want to see if Jeff Bezos can take the crown.
Definitely not.
He'll be a legend forever in my mind if he comes out with just like a 15-incher.
Well, first of all, he's not 7 feet tall, so that makes it infinitely more hard to do.
He's all fucking censored.
But I definitely think for his size, it will be massive.
I mean, yeah, allegedly.
Good for him though. He's got $1 billion and a monster schlong.
I mean, that's not as massive as I thought it was gonna be, man.
Pass it over to me.
That's not like super massive.
That kind of looks like a taper penis.
That's pretty massive.
Looks like a taper penis.
That's pretty massive, but you said, like,
he's also not really hard.
All right, let me see if I can find a better picture.
That's him 100% flash.
Yeah, that's not. He's not like a semi in that.
Wait, there's a Justin Timberlake. I want to see that.
No.
Oh, he looks like such a weenie.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, hang on. Show me the JT one.
All right.
I kind of want to. I haven't seen that.
Also,
before.
just so you know, Max, you would love this website. It's called Creative Loafing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does JT have a monster
look at this.
song? No, it's very much not monster.
Well, it's also
pretty average.
It's flaccid, but he looks like such a fucking weenie. Like, look at his face. He looks like a Roblox character.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah.
It does not look like him.
Yeah, he looks
it does not look like Justin Timberlake at all.
He looks like he's in a goddamn like cartoon.
Yeah.
That is so goddamn weird.
All right.
What?
Nothing.
This is terrible podcast talk.
Yeah, this
content.
is.
Can we move on?
All right, yeah, we're done with. I would put links in the description to these pics, but I don't want to get the video banned. So, yeah, just look them up on your own.
Yeah, go to
audience.
creativeloafing.com. Top 10 celebrity dick pics.
I mean, it's not like we're getting ad revenue anyways, so...
No. Oh, this is a good time to mention, though.
Our sponsor for the week.
No. I want to be sponsored by fuck.com more than anything.
You always have.
I'm pretty sure they're like if you type in fuck.com to Google, the first thing that like comes up in the suggested search is like fuck.com virus. So like maybe they're like not a credible site, and they don't have a Twitter either, which I feel like is sus. But but they do offer a fantastic library of online pornography. So if there is a representative at fuck out there, fuq.com.
Next, I think you're gonna have to reach out to them before they find the podcast.
High quality porn site.
Yeah, I wish you would include the feature where you can hover over the video and it plays a little bit of the clip, because that's just needed in 2019. But
yeah, thumbnails can be quite
deceiving.
Yeah,
deceiving.
I want to see if any weird shit's happening, so I can avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, and it gives you a sneak peek of the angles too.
They're gonna say the anus.
No, the angles, like, because sometimes it's like the thumbnail is just like an attractive girl, and then you like hover over it, and all of a sudden the angle is like from behind the dude's ass, and
it's like what's the point?
Like his balls like slapping.
God, that is the worst kind of porn. Like when you see dude ass. I don't want dude ass. No matter how much you talk about Jeff Bezos' penis, I don't want dude ass. Like,
all right. Do you want to do something lighthearted or another kind of serious?
Yeah, this is lighthearted, and then we'll
lighthearted.
be serious.
All right. So I don't know if you heard, but it was trending on Twitter yesterday that Hawaii, as a state, is trying to move the legal age for cigarettes to 100.
I thought it was 99.
No, it's 100.
Yeah, I mean...
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I am not a smoker. I don't endorse smoking, but that is stupid.
No, I love it.
I think it's funny.
Yeah, dude, if you're out here still even 5 years ago, I thought this. If you're still out here still smoking regular cigarettes and not vaping, you are a fucking menace to society. Like, fuck you, dude.
Unless you're like middle aged and you've been smoking since the era from when that was popular.
No, fuck you, dude.
Dude,
you should switch over. You
want like a 50-year-old to switch to vaping? Can you imagine a 50-year-old with a fucking Juul? That'd be disgusting.
They exist.
They exist. They ain't my favorite.
But if you're out there smoking willingly over switching to a vape, all you're doing is just like you're willingly being like, all right, yeah, I can still get my nicotine in a better way, but like I'm just gonna, because I feel like it, I'm just gonna like blow smoke all over my house and my clothes and my children and like make them breathe it in too.
Let those people fucking kill themselves.
No, they kill their relatives.
It's not fair for when they have like people living with them.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Have you ever been in a house that you can literally describe as a chimney? Because I have.
Yeah.
That shit's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
You should be vaping at this point.
It is, but also like I think the instant jump to 100 obviously can't happen.
No,
that is something
godly.
That's something
godly.
It's you are a fucking idiot. That is something that has to happen gradually.
If you live to 100 that healthy, you deserve a fucking cigarette.
Do you know how many people are going to be against that?
I mean, Hawaii's a pretty liberal, progressive
okay,
state.
I'm saying Hawaii, but I'm saying
that's why it's Hawaii before
Yeah.
anyone else.
Yeah, I'm saying like overall in the country.
No, I'm saying it like putting the legal age at 100 is essentially a ban.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be.
But do you know how many people are going to get up in arms over a ban?
I don't care.
It's a democracy, dude.
We're not talking...
It's an epidemic.
We're not talking about, like, realism here. Like, this is us, like...
How are we not...
We're talking about what it should be, not, like, being like, oh, it can't be this because there are so many douches in the world.
Let me clarify what I think it should be. I think it should be a slow ban over the next, like, 10 or 20 years.
Why?
Because people are fucking addicted to nicotine.
Well, they switched to nicotine vapes.
Yeah, a lot of people switch to vapes
Do you
now.
know how many fucking stupid people are stubborn and won't do that? Like, I need my ciggies.
I know.
I love the way it tastes.
It's retarded, dude.
It is. But I'm not gonna try and make retarded people change their retarded ways.
Yeah,
like, instantly.
It's a public health problem.
It's one thing if like you're only hurting yourself, but you're not. You're like literally turning your house into like a fucking like cancer factory.
I don't know. It doesn't affect me, so I don't like.
It's like those counties that ban trans fats. Like, it's for the same reason in that they have an obesity epidemic, so they have to ban this.
I think cigarettes is further than that though, because banning trans fats, you can at least be like, okay, I don't give a fuck. I'll stuff my face with trans fats. Like, if I eat trans fats, I'm not like gifting that to my child who's nearby also.
I mean, if you're a parent, you are, because like parents feed their kids what they eat too.
That's true, but if I go and get a donut, I'm not like, because I ate the donut, my like donut residue is like, getting breathed all over the kid. Like if I'm chain smoking cigarettes and I go inside and like touch my child, like I'm literally like putting him at risk for cancer.
My thing is like they're like any time the government tries to place bans on shit, even if people are like for the thing or against the thing, a lot of people get up in arms because like, oh, the government shouldn't be controlling this, which I mean,
it's stupid.
Like
though.
The government should be able to control shit like that. It's an actual epidemic, but like people would not take kindly to people taking their ciggies. Like,
but you have vape.
Yeah, but they're fucking idiots. They already smoke cigarettes.
There's no excuse. They can't be like, oh, I can't get my nicotine fix.
Yeah, I think I'm with Max with this
one.
I mean, I'm with you in a perfect world. But I don't think our world is that good.
But we can still be like, fuck you, dude, you're an idiot. We're banning cigarettes.
Also, this is Hawaii.
This is the government, dude.
Can we say this is Hawaii?
I'm talking about
there are definitely
theoretical like full country ban.
All right, well, we're talking about Hawaii here, and in Hawaii, there are without a doubt way more people who vape over people who smoke cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the main issue in Hawaii is just gonna be tourists that go that smoke.
I've been to Hawaii, and the biggest demographic of people are young vaping like college students or like people in their early 20s. Like that's their biggest demographic for smoking and vaping.
I thought you meant at first I meant their biggest demographic period. I was like, what? So, 50% of the people are vapors?
I was like, was it?
I don't know.
I feel like Hawaii's like a middle school, like not middle school, like middle-aged paradise.
Nah, there's a lot of young people in Hawaii. Because a lot of people just moved there.
Yeah, Florida is the middle-aged paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it was middle-aged paradise, it wouldn't be trying to ban cigarettes for 100 years. Yeah. Think about that.
But I don't know. My thing is, I feel like people wouldn't take well to that idea.
But it's like they have no defense.
They don't have a defense, but people don't have a defense for a lot of dumb shit that they do.
Yeah, but
they still do it anyway.
Yeah, but this is like the point of like a podcast. Like you're not supposed to be like, oh well, I'll just keep enabling you. Like we're supposed to use like a platform to be like, oh yeah, fuck you, you're an idiot. You have no defense for your actions.
Let me say this: fuck you, you're an idiot. You have no defense for your actions. But these are stubborn idiots. They've been killing themselves slowly for like 20 years probably. They're stubborn idiots. They don't give a shit if it's bad for them or if it's bad for their kids. They're stubborn idiots.
Alright, let me say this. If there are any smokers who may be listening to the Podcast Paradise program, fuck you. I hope you get raped in the ass tonight.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Holy shit, Max.
If you're not switching to vape at this point...
Okay, you know what?
Fuck.com, please endorse us.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's like kind of insane?
What?
Like how so many people vape and like don't understand how bad like popcorn lung can be.
I don't even know what that is.
Popcorn lung is like when you get too much humidity in your lungs from like vaping, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god.
And like your lungs just like fucking contort and like they look like popcorn.
Ew.
And it is like you know how like people get like smoker's cough?
Yeah.
It essentially gives you that. But just like wet. Like a lot wetter. Like
from vaping?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna name names, but I know someone who was like they were like, dude, I woke up today and my throat was so sore. I was coughing so bad, and I was like, why? And I was like, what's up? And they were like, oh, I just been drooling so much. And like, you probably have popcorn lung, to be honest. And they're like, yeah, it's been hard breathing lately.
That's exactly why I don't inhale anything besides oxygen
Yeah.
Wow.
And nitrogen.
and nitrogen.
Yeah, vaping. I think you think vaping to be too perfect of a solution.
No, but it doesn't hurt the people
Yeah,
around
I get that.
you.
It doesn't hurt the people around you, but like
My whole morality code, and I feel like everyone's morality code should
it's
be
just
like,
not hurting the people
yeah,
around
if
you.
you're hurting yourself,
So vaping's a definite upgrade. It's still not
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's so annoying? In fucking Cambridge, so many people vape while walking down the street, and I just get blasted with vape juice.
Yeah, vaping is literally like when they say that it's like a teenage epidemic. They're not wrong.
No.
it's everywhere.
Back in the high school last year, you couldn't go in the bathroom without seeing at least 5 people
Dude,
all
lunch
vaping.
lunch was like bull o'clock. Like that's when kids would go to the bathroom and Juul. And like I've talked to people in college, and all their schools were like that or even worse. Like it's
is an
a
epidemic.
big fucking deal. And so many people just in Cambridge vape, like in Juul constantly, and it's insane. And I don't know, they're gonna get popcorn lung.
Yeah, and Juul, they're getting nasty rich, definitely.
Yeah. Well, they're bought out by Big Tobacco now.
Really?
that's
I did
smart.
not know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, don't vape. I mean, don't smoke.
Oh, also, I got one more thing about the smoking. If you're under like 35 and you're a cigarette smoker, you're a fucking moron. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you're
some
a
people just
goddamn
think it looks
idiot.
cool.
Yeah, but like, dude, like,
It's-
I was on like an extremely liberal college campus, and smoking was very prevalent. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? You're like 20.
Yeah, dude, there was a girl like standing outside my dorm in the rain, like smoking, and I was trying to like go to the gym, and she was just standing in front of the door and I'd be like, excuse me, and she was too like absorbed in her cigarette, and she just didn't like hear me, so she was just
Dude.
blocking the fucking door.
Dude, it's so dumb. Like, if you're it's the same. I feel the same. Like, if you're under like, I don't know, 60 and you don't wear a seatbelt, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
If you smoke and you're under like 30, you're a fucking idiot.
Dude,
like,
okay,
what are you
for the
like?
seat-
What are you doing?
For the seatbelt thing, even if you're over 60, you're frail as shit. Wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, true.
If you're under 30, you would have went through the same kind of public school that we went through, where they drill it into your head about
Yeah.
how bad smoking is.
Well, and even like we don't have it as much now. We have it more like with vaping. But like there used to be so many more anti-cigarette ads.
Yeah.
Like, for like
Yeah.
the under 30 crowd. Like they should be informed. They are informed. They're just fucking stupid and don't give a
Like
shit.
the menthol cigarette one, where like there was the guy like ripping his teeth out to buy more cigarettes.
Yeah.
It was like cigarettes make you lose your teeth. Like that's a nasty commercial.
Dude,
I don't want to smoke.
I can't even fucking watch those commercials. I don't know if they still have them because I haven't watched TV.
They're all vaping
Really?
now.
No, they're all the Dare vaping ones.
Do they still have the
Puppets.
ones where like the people have like pieces of their throat missing from
No.
smoking?
No, that's more like an early 2000s.
Yeah, that's
thing.
more when like we were kids.
No, at least in the last like 2 years I've seen them for sure.
I will-
Really?
I have to
those like freak me out.
I have to leave the room when I see them. I don't want to see.
I
that
will
at
say
all.
the
That's
vaping-
fucking morbid.
The vaping ones are more annoying because there's this one
They
that
try
I
and
think
pander a lot.
one that I really hate, where it's all the puppets and they're all hanging around, and the one blonde puppet's like, "Oh well, at least vaping is safer than cigarettes." And every time he says "safer," there's like a buzzer that goes, "Arr! Vaping is safer than arr! Vaping is safer than arr!" And
Yeah.
like, just shut up. Let me skip this.
No,
fucking ad.
the worst one is the meme one when they're like in a house party and it's just like a bunch of like meme characters. Like they got fucking like Bad Luck Brian.
What?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
that
one.
exists.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awful. I'll show it
That
to
one
you later,
hasn't
probably.
shown in a while though. I haven't
No,
seen that
they
one.
retired that one for the puppets.
Yeah, the puppets are bad too. Then there's
Yeah.
the little long ones.
Dude, cigarette breath is like the most disgusting thing.
Cigarette anything.
Yeah,
No,
cigarettes
dude,
are just
cigarette
disgusting in
breath
general.
is just like anytime I'm near someone who like recently smoked a cigarette, I can like feel myself just lean away from them because I don't want to be near them.
But it's like it's not just cigarette breath; it's cigarette car, cigarette house, cigarette clothes. Like just everything they touch while smoking
I don't
is
know. For me, like
disgusting.
the breath is especially bad because someone
Yeah.
will be talking and they'll turn to you. You'll just get like menthol up the ass.
yeah, it's more
and, like,
concentrated.
yeah, it's I don't know. Just the whole like the cigarette culture and like the smell of cigarettes is like, what the fuck is appealing about that? Like, I get you trying to be like, either you're addicted
cool
to nicotine, you're trying to be edgy and cool.
Yeah.
Either way,
you're not cool.
Stop. Please stop.
You're cool to yourself, but no one else.
You're cool to other people that smoke cigarettes. Like, yeah, dude, you smoke ciggies too? Sick. Like, aside from that, everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're an idiot.
Yeah, you want nicotine? Grab a Juul. I mean...
Yeah, or just like...
Or smoke weed. I mean...
Well, those are two...
I'm just saying, just buy off the time, you know?
Those are two very separate things.
Yeah, I know, but...
I don't think
choose something that's non-addictive.
Well, I'm assuming in this situation they're already addicted to nicotine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was
also,
more just like 20-year-olds who were picking up cigarettes to be edgy should just pick up weed instead.
Also that, though, yeah.
Yeah, and also,
That's what I
like,
meant.
smoking weed's like a time dedication.
Yeah.
You gotta dedicate, like, some hours to that.
Alright. Get raped, bitch. Alright, next topic.
Oh, I almost spit. I got fucking popcorn lung.
Let's see here. I guess we'll do another kind of like hard hitting one. I guess more
The danger zone.
yeah,
More controversial.
yeah. So I don't know. Did you guys see the motherboard article that came out like a couple days ago?
I did not know.
Probably not.
It was more than a couple days ago. It was like, I don't know, 4. But basically, it was well known that like iPhone and cell phone in general,
I know what you're
GPS
talking
data
about,
is
yeah.
for sale. But we did not realize how fucking widespread the purchase of it is. Like, bounty hunters everywhere are fucking shelling out money to purchase cell phone GPS location data.
Well, have you heard of the whole screen recording thing recently?
Yes.
I thought you were going there.
No.
That one's really bad too.
You can say that. Do you want to fill in the audience with that?
Okay, well, basically, there are certain apps, I'm not sure exactly which, that have been secretly, like, using the screen record function to record your screen and, like, see what you're doing in order to, like, I don't know, like, what their quote-unquote purpose was.
I guess to just get more information on you as a consumer.
Like, on, like, just, like, traffic patterns and, like, how people use the app. But, like, that is fucking creepy. Like, straight up. Like, that's insane. And that tied in with the GPS data thing. It's like everything you do on your phone isn't, like, private.
And not even your phone. It's your GPS data.
Yeah.
This is where you are at all times.
Yeah.
It's like we're living in the Matrix where everything is run by technology and we're just kind of like pawns.
Yeah. Well, like, I think the whole start of, like, the whole, like, normalizing knowing where other people are, like, via GPS was Snap Maps. Like, I think that's sort of, like...
I think that's creepy, too.
Yeah, it really is. Like, Snap Maps is just so...
Toxic.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's like, what can you gain from checking Snap Maps?
Well, it's just that...
Finding out that your friends are hanging out without you.
Yeah, what the, like...
That's the only thing I've ever heard people use Snap Maps to discover.
Yeah, but, like, why would you, like... I don't know.
Yeah, like, I've gotten... I won't say who, but I've gotten Snapchats of people asking me why I was at the high school at a certain time.
Yeah.
And I said, how do you know? And they said they check Snap Maps. I'm like, that's a little creepy.
That's one thing that I always, like, think back to whenever, like, people talk about, like, Snap Maps is that whole incident. Like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That was insane when you got that text and you were like, guys, what the fuck?
That was literally borderline stalking. Like, you might have undersold that a little bit.
Yeah, I blocked that person immediately from my Snap Maps.
I think we all did.
Yeah. Because you can block individual people.
You never had mine.
Yeah.
I should just turn it off. I don't know why I don't. I guess I do it because if I'm going to check it, I need to have mine on. Just like a standard.
Yeah. Yeah, if you check Snap Maps, you don't have your Snap Maps on, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't... Can you do that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's ghost mode.
Oh. Yeah, that's lame. If you're gonna be snooping, you deserve to be snooped on.
Yeah.
That's my policy.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did you hear, you might have seen it, that it's like in the court case with the Google CEO, and how the fucking, like, prosecutors have no goddamn idea.
Well,
what
no,
they're
it's all
talking about.
it's all the
so
old
stupid.
it's all the old white senators from like fucking Kansas and
You know,
Missouri.
there's
and stuff.
literally like a Republican senator who's like, so does Google track what I'm doing online, yes or no? And he's like, well, I can't answer that. Like, I like, maybe we don't, but there are maybe third-party apps that you've downloaded. And he's like, so give me a straight answer, yes or no. And he's like, I don't have enough information. He's like,
well, that was really,
yes or no.
That was really similar to the whole like Mark Zuckerberg incident, like where he was in like when he was being prosecuted, and everyone was like all the people were just asking like dumbass questions, and they were like, can you see exactly what we are doing every moment of the day? And he was like, what? No, of course I can't. Like yes, like we can see like your posts, but no one's gonna look for that. Like they're just so ignorant. It's ridiculous.
My favorite one is the one where the guy holds up his iPhone. He's like, can you use this device to see what I'm doing at all times? He's like, I don't make that phone.
Yeah,
I own Google.
Yeah, like
that's an Apple
they're
phone.
so fucking ignorant.
A little bit. One of my favorite representatives from California, Ted Lieu. He schooled all these old congressmen who do not know how technology works. So basically, it was during the Google hearing when one of the Republicans was like, why is it when I look up Donald Trump on Google, there's only negative articles? And basically what he said is, well, that's not how Google works. It's based on what is being talked about right now about that person. And if you do negative things, negative articles are going to be made about you. It's really simple. Google is not putting these up. It is an algorithm that puts up whatever is most popular and most prevalent right now.
Yeah, it's not like they're like targeting like certain people. It's just like, if this is relevant at the time, it's going to be what comes up first. So if Trump does something fucking stupid, the first thing, which he does constantly, the first thing you're going to see when you look up Trump is, here's something fucking stupid he did.
So don't blame Google for slandering Trump.
Well, they do minimize search results, though.
Elaborate.
Like, like a lot of times they'll make it so that like there's no like, you know how when you type in porn into Google, there's no like suggested things.
Yeah, but then you go on incognito and you're all good, baby.
No, I mean like there's like how like, so say if I'm typing in like apples, if I type in like APPL, there will be like suggested searches, and when I type in like PORN, they immediately go away. There's no suggestions. They also do that with certain like subjects that they don't want people to look up, where they just take away all the suggested. Yeah.
Damn.
That's unfortunate. Damn.
They definitely do that, and I think I remember. Don't quote me on this, but I think I remember them also like pushing certain things down lower on the pages.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all, but like, still, I feel like it's not to the degree that all these people are talking about, and also like, they don't have the like, they're not fucking stalking you. Like Google doesn't give two shits. Like, they don't make the iPhone. They don't have access to your camera. Like, unless Google's like, hey, can we see your camera for a quick sec? Like, they're not gonna have access to it.
Yeah.
Unless you're using the Google Pixel, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. The thing that gets them all mad is that when you type in idiot, it's all Trump. But like, I totally understand the process of how that happened.
Cause
it's a meme, first of all.
Well, also like that.
No,
word
it's
is,
real. Though.
That word is like super correlated with Trump.
Yeah.
Like people just say Trump, like idiot Trump did this, or Trump did this idiotic thing. Like that's just the word that we use to describe him. So of course, like what else is gonna come up when you look up idiot besides his dumb ass?
And like people who support Trump are like, I feel like they don't even know like exactly what he does as stupid. Like they know, but they just dismiss it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like if Obama did something that was completely legitimate, they would just say, no, this is stupid. Like for example, when Ajit Pai was trying to take down net neutrality, and I remember seeing this like Facebook post that was just, well, if Obama was for net neutrality, I'm against it. It's like that's literally what's going on right now.
It's like, wow, you're really something, aren't you? Like what the fuck? Like put like partisanship aside and just focus on the issue.
I'll admit,
like, especially on something like net neutrality.
Obama did some pretty shitty stuff, but net neutrality definitely was not one of them.
No. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna do some on the ground reporting right now.
All right, hit me.
I'm on Google Images, and I'm gonna type in fake news.
All right. Why images?
All right, no, I guess I was wrong. You have to scroll kind of far down to see it, but I expected it to just be all pictures of CNN. And I was going to be like, well, according to their logic, that's partisan bias.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say, but no, you have to scroll kind of far down to see CNN.
Go like on like just regular Google instead of images and see what you get. Cause like that might be a little different, but yeah, like also, I don't know, like they're putting way too much like agency on Google. Like they're not they're super fucking powerful, but like they're not doing that much. I don't know.
There are definitely more powerful tech companies out there.
And also just like
I don't know, they're pretty powerful.
Yeah.
They're up there, but I don't think they're the most powerful.
I think they might.
I think they are.
Yeah,
because they own YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
also,
true.
like they have like the whole people's search like patterns is super super like good information that a lot of companies want.
Yeah, and also like, what even company would like if you want to say Amazon because they have Alexa to spy on you? Google has Google Home.
Yeah,
but more people use Alexa than Google.
That's
Home.
True, but
yeah, but
still,
also Google has like everything else.
Yeah.
My whole like be all end all on this topic is just like, I don't like, even if Google was spying on everyone, like the representatives need to learn their shit. Or
yeah, I agree.
Or like even if it's maybe the representatives shouldn't be the ones that are talking. They should hire spokespeople that are like well versed in tech, that know their shit, instead of old people being like, Can my Samsung see my penis when it's in my pants? Like,
yeah, I think that's the core of this issue is like
just ignorance.
If
it's old
like
people
Google
who don't know how to use
Google
it.
may and other tech companies may be doing things wrong, but that still doesn't change the fact that people who are in the government who are attacking them have no idea what they're talking about.
And also, if they are doing something wrong, we need people to ask the right questions and tackle the right topics, and not just be like, "Can you see me when I don't want you to?" Like, because if they're not smart, like, because it must be so easy to just evade topics from like the fucking representatives, because if they're that fucking stupid. Like, Google just, like, dance around anything with, like, terminology that they don't understand. They'll just be like, okay, I guess.
I just love how these questions reach the level of stupidity where you cannot answer it. You know what I mean? Like, they'll say something so stupid, and the Google CEO will just be like, I don't know. I don't think that really has anything to do with what we're talking about.
Or, like, how Max was talking about, like, the iPhone, where he's like, I didn't make that phone. Like, there's nothing I can do with that.
That is not a Google phone. I do not own that phone.
Like, I am not Tim Cook. I don't have access to that.
Yeah, but the Google most powerful company is actually a good segue to the next topic too, though, which is this, you might not have seen it because it was just a thread on Twitter from someone who works for YouTube AI, but that she was basically talking about how the YouTube, one of the ways to, I mean, it's, if you go on YouTube a lot, you know that just kind of throughout the history of the website, ways to game YouTube's algorithm.
That's so stupid.
It's so, like, that's always been such a core part of the site.
Yeah.
Throughout its entire, ever since money got involved and the site got big, it's all been about gaming the algorithm and kind of the weird quirks of it. They've done a good job improving it. They've made it so that the quirks are harder to spot for, like, the average person.
But then once someone does, they can take advantage of it.
Well, no, here's what I'm getting to. Because I didn't even really realize this, but according to this person who I guess is very high up for Google AI or YouTube AI, she was talking about how the algorithm is programmed to get you to A, watch videos for a long time, and B, once you get if it detects your habits. So if you get hooked by a certain type of video, and that type of video tends to get people to watch more and more and more of that subject, it will recommend those videos more to you.
I've seen that happen. I mean,
yeah, that makes sense.
But here's where I'm going with this. Apparently, the category of video that really breaks the algorithm and that they're really working hard to fix right now are conspiracy theory videos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
They've been
that's
cracking down on them hard.
yeah. Because if you watch one conspiracy theory video,
That's all
you
you
are
suggested
so
is.
much more likely to watch like 8. And this person who works for YouTube AI is like, yeah, it's a real fucking problem because like I know people in my real life who watch conspiracy videos, YouTube sucks them down into a rabbit hole, and now they're like completely paranoid. Their entire brain is just like filled with conspiracies. They don't even trust anyone anymore.
you're turning the freaking frogs gay.
Yeah, literally.
And it's not like they only recommend like super well done and researched like conspiracy videos. It's fucking anything.
They recommend anything.
like it could be like a 19-minute video on like how I don't know, like fucking trees are synthetic and they aren't real. And they're
How
all
birds are
holograms.
drones.
Yeah, birds aren't real.
I don't even watch conspiracy videos, and I get recommended like the videos where it's like a news anchor and the screen glitches, and they're like, "See, lizard."
Oh my god. Those are the best kind of conspiracy. Lizard conspiracies are the funniest ones.
Dude, you know who I fucking hate?
Who?
Shane Dawson. I hate him so much.
I feel like he's definitely one that rigs their YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, well, because he does like
He does
all
the
these
conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm talking about.
And
him.
I would assume that's probably why BuzzFeed Unsolved started too.
Yeah,
because they realized it was so.
He was the
popular.
one who like I don't want to say started this trend, but he really jumped on it early on, and his are just like he talks like this, and there's like creepy music in the background, and he's like, "Guys, this is insane, but bugs might actually be tiny robots, and I'll tell you why."
But first, leave a like.
Yeah.
Leave
But
a like to
first-
find out.
But first, BetterHelp.com. like they don't even have to be well researched or anything. It can just be like a crackpot theory, and you know some dumbass is gonna buy into it because it's this person's telling me that this is true. It must be true.
Oh yeah,
like,
this is shit content without a doubt. This is just pooped out for views.
yeah. Conspiracy theory content is like actually the worst. Like I can get behind like some Mothman and Bigfoot shit, like
Or El
that-
Chupacabra.
Yeah, like that shit's funny to me, but when people are like, guys, Lord Xenu is running the government and he wants you to buy Cheetos, and I'll tell you how this is gonna improve your life.
Or
like,
Zuck is a cyborg or stuff like
yeah,
that.
like I mean most of those are comical, but
Yeah.
like all the ones that are just like connecting two dots that are so fucking far off and would never be connected. Like just
Or
piss
how
me
vaccines are used to suppress the people,
off. Yeah.
the public.
Also, I gotta put this out there too. So everyone knows the because it's become so meme now. The jet fuel doesn't melt steel.
Yeah,
memes.
that's a hefty meme.
That conspiracy it's so commonly repeated. People believe it. Like we know. I won't say her name, but someone in our group's sister believes in the 9/11 conspiracy theories.
Really?
You know her.
Let's not.
Alright.
Yeah. So, and so people like believe this all the time, and there are always people who are like, oh, jet fuel doesn't melt
Are you
steel
talking about
beams.
the video that you saw?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I've seen that.
But there aren't very many videos disproving it. But there is one that
It's
is
so
fan fucking
hilarious. I love that one.
Yeah.
With like the chubby dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dude who's working in like a steel factory, and he's like, I've seen some people say that jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, but you're an idiot, and here's why. And he like grabs he's like, this is whatever steel that they used it's the same type of steel they used in the Twin Towers. He's like, and now I'm gonna try to bend this in half. He's like, nope, it's not going because it's steel. And then he puts it in the furnace, and he's like, now this is steel that has been melted at around the same temperature as jet fuel. He's like, it's not melted, but guess what? And he takes his pinky and bends it all the way backwards.
Yeah.
And he's like, it cannot support a fucking tower like this.
Like,
You're an idiot.
The people who are, like ascribe to that theory are like, oh, like the beams couldn't have liquefied. Like no one's saying they liquefied. They just got weak.
Yeah, they warped.
Like they didn't melt like a fucking ice cube. They just got soft.
Yes.
Like no one was saying that, but they're like, I need something to believe in.
Yeah,
Those
it's
fucking idiots.
I think a lot of these conspiracies are just people live in a sort of hyper reality where they want things to be more cool than they actually are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
I think it's just because they're gullible, honestly.
I'm kind of like in between. Like, I think a lot of people do want life to be more interesting, and the whole idea of like being like the world being like a James Bond movie, like full of espionage and conspiracy, would be like
That's cool.
Like they want to be the people who like find that shit out. So they look at everything, being like, could this be the work of a lizard? Maybe.
But also, if you're gonna conspiratize about 9/11, talking about how the towers didn't actually get blown up by the jets is a retarded place to start, because there's such a very obvious and true conspiracy theory about how what's the flight that made the movie named after it that crashed in the field, the famous
I know
one.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
The one that was going to the Pentagon.
Yeah, and
It was going to the
and
Pentagon,
the passengers
yeah.
ended up taking over the plane back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And crashed it into a field.
It is a 99.9% true conspiracy theory that plane was shot down by the U.S. military.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd make I don't ascribe to that, but like that'd make a lot more sense than the whole steel beams thing.
And
No, dude, like literally, even in George Bush's fucking like memoir, he like accidentally wrote that they shot it down or whatever.
so the cover up is supposed to be that the U.S. military shot down a civilian filled aircraft, and they're trying to cover it up so that they don't look bad.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
that's the
assume
conspiracy.
I would assume that's why they're covering.
That's
it up.
much more reasonable than the 9/11 one.
Yeah, again, I don't ascribe to that, but like that makes so much more sense to me, and it's so much more
Yeah.
believable than the steel beams thing.
Honestly, like they had jets following that plane. Like it's common knowledge they had military jets following that plane, and then all of a sudden they go dark, and it's like, oh, I wonder what they're doing while they're dark right now, and this plane goes down, and it's like the way that the plane crashed is like perfectly from it getting shot down. Like the manner in which it like blew up and like flew far away, pieces of it, is not what happens when you crash land. It's what happens when you get shot down by a missile.
I don't really care either way.
I'm just saying, they don't show that in the movie.
Well, obviously not.
But yeah, they're not gonna put the conspiracy theory into the movie.
It's true though.
To you.
It's true,
Max,
dude.
Max, I won't say that this is a bad conspiracy, but I would say definitely do a little bit more research on it before you.
You think I
Max,
haven't?
dude, no, Max.
Yeah.
I know Max. Max has definitely done his research.
This is literally like, this is one of those conspiracies where like every single indicator points toward it, and there's really no counter argument.
Right.
I just don't really care that much.
I just don't want to jump to a conclusion.
Yeah, I don't really care enough to do the research, and I don't really care enough to like think either way. So I'm just gonna believe what I've been told. Whatever. I'm a sheep. I don't care. But yeah, if you're gonna believe a conspiracy theory, follow Max's lead. And believe in like some believable ones.
Yeah, not the moon landing shit.
No.
I thought you were a moon landing faker.
No.
No.
Not at all. That was a clue I used for Taboo.
Okay.
That
No, I remember someone telling me that they thought it was fake.
Could it be the aforementioned person in the friend group's sister?
Very well could be.
All right, anyways. You want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm donezo.
All right. So this is something that happened in the news recently, but I want to use it to branch off to talk about a topic larger than it.
All right.
So a Florida senator got let go from her position, we'll say, because she had a habit of getting drunk and licking her employees that she found attractive and like slobbering all over them.
What was her name?
I don't remember. But I'll look it up. But yeah, she would and not just like lick their neck or whatever. It got into pretty stark detail about how she was like licking all up their like Adam's apples and like just
What?
like disgusting, honestly.
Adam's apples.
Yeah. So
Adam's apples. Ugh.
but what I want to branch off this to is when I heard that story, I saw senator it was the headline, just senator gets fired for licking attractive men. I thought that was, or attractive employees. I thought that was goddamn hilarious. Like my first instinct was to laugh, and then my second instinct was to be like, wait a minute. this is back to that double standard thing, because if it was like dude licked his like female employees, I'd be like, ooh, that's creepy, that's fucked up. But when it's a girl doing it, it's just hilarious. And I don't know why that double standard exists.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so everyone has it.
Because like, I don't know, for some reason, like for everyone, like even me, like a girl being like kind of like gross and horny, it's just like, oh, that's gross, like what the fuck.
That's weird.
But like it's like a goofy gross, but like a dude being like gross and horny is like, oh, get him the fuck out of here, I don't want to see him again, that's disgusting.
I think with this senator, they hold a position of power, which kind of makes it a little more creepy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it was because we've had this with like the Me Too, like for the last 2 years, where it's like, oh, this man in a position of power
the Weinstein effect
was creepy with the girls, and it's like, okay, this is pretty fucked up. But it's like the Louis C.K. thing, like abusing his power for the younger female comedian so he can like jack off in front of them.
Jesus.
It's like, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Kind of a dick. But when it's a girl, it's like your first instinct is to laugh.
Yeah,
that's true. That was my first instinct.
Yeah, like again, if this were like an alternate universe and it was a dude senator like licking his employees, I'd be like, what a fucking creep! Like, keep it in your pants, bud.
Yeah, and it would probably be a much bigger story than it is.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming like this woman's getting fired, but like I feel like her career isn't gonna be like totally ruined.
I wouldn't go that far.
If not, well, I'm saying like she's still gonna be able to live her life, like. Not super normally, but still with like relative ease. But if it was a dude, like everyone would be like, "Fuck this guy!" Like me included.
The mob would be after him.
Yeah, like everyone would be like, "Remember this name? We're never gonna we're never gonna let him hold power again."
Yeah,
well, this is a little different situation, obviously. But then there's the governor from Virginia who just got caught for having racist pictures in his yearbook. Obviously, a different situation, licking Adam's apples. But,
I feel like if a woman did that, that wouldn't be any different, really.
Yeah, but
it'd be
like,
the same.
But he's getting torn down. Like, I feel like this lady,
rightfully so.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. But like, I feel like that could happen to both genders. And like a Senate
I think
position.
it's really only sexual things that are like more seen as funny for women and creepy for guys.
Yeah.
And think about like, so picture this. Picture in our school, there was a girl getting banged by like one of the male teachers. Just picture that in your head. Then picture a dude banging a girl teacher. And think about how different. Think about how different your reaction is to that.
A girl banging a male teacher is creepy. A male teacher banging a female student is fucking creepy. But when it's a male student banging a female teacher, you're like, get it on.
Sick,
you're like, dude, you're a legend.
Like, yeah.
Because we know of an instance where that probably happened.
Yeah,
and
the whole time we were like, dude, you're a legend.
Yeah, we're like, wow, what a stud.
Well, I heard like a story from like one of my friends from college about one of his friends back from high school, like banging a teacher, and literally everyone was just like, dude, you're a legend, like, come here, boy.
Like, if that comes out, that is 100% gonna make the news, like, at least the local news. Every time that happens, that makes the local news.
But it also doesn't feel creepy either for some reason.
When we laugh at it when we see it, because like the teacher gets fired and we're like, wow, what a legend that student must have been.
It doesn't like feel creepy like if they're in high school. It feels creepy if they're in like middle school or something.
Oh yeah, that's like pedophiliac.
Because they're little kids. I mean,
but like, it's definitely like it's a big double standard that like. I'm like, I admit, like, I definitely follow it. Like, it's a lot.
I don't know why. Either.
Yeah, I don't try and actively do it, and then, like, if anything, I try and avoid doing it. But like, for me, it's just if it's it's more funny or like comical if it's like a woman, like a woman doing it to a man than a man doing it to a woman. Like when it's a man doing it to a woman, it's just like, oh, what a fucking creep.
Maybe it has to do with like that physical thing where like. You could maybe, like, picture it in your head where you have, like, the big, like, man teacher, like, maybe being threatening to the girl.
Yeah.
Like, you could maybe imagine that. And maybe with, like, a male, it's, like, the male probably has, like, the ability to, like, get the girl off him.
Yeah,
well, if he wants to, like... Maybe?
Yeah, it's like when I picture, like, a male doing it, it's a lot more violent, and when it's, like, a female, it's, like, more seductive. Know what I mean? Like that's how I picture it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird though, because I feel like every single person has that stereotype.
Yeah, definitely. Like, like it's pretty like inborn and just how we are.
I like the South Park episode of it where like I think it's Stan where he like reports. He's like, oh, there's a girl teacher. He like reports it to the cops. He's like, oh, one of the girl teachers is like banging a student.
Oh, I love this episode. They all are like, yeah.
The cops are like, nice.
Yeah.
And he's like, aren't you gonna do anything about it? And they're just like, nice.
I mean, I hate to say it, but that is how guys react to that
it's
stuff.
true.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the aforementioned person that we knew.
That's how we reacted.
Sick,
yeah.
dude.
Like looking back on it, that's horrible. But like,
and none of us are girls. But I feel like if a girl heard the story of a guy banging a female teacher, she wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's fucked up. That's creepy."
No, I think they'd like, like they'd be like, "Oh, damn, look at him. Like he's getting his shit."
Yeah, but if a girl heard a story about, I wonder what they would think if they heard a story about a guy teacher banging.
I think it would go right up to the office, to be honest.
Honestly, it depends. Like, it depends on, like, if it was, like...
Yeah, all right,
super, like,
let's say right now,
like
we are generalizing about all men and all women here.
But, okay, in the situation that, like, I'm talking about, like, I don't think it would go to the office, like, immediately. Because, like, if it's just between, like, the girl and her friends and, like, the girl was into it, like, I don't think anyone would say anything. Like if it got out, I agree with that. If it got out to other students, they might report it because like, but like if the girl like consents to it and like it's just her and her friends that know, I feel like they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, that happened in our school.
It did, yeah. And like again, it didn't get out until like after for a while. Yeah,
I don't know because even that, where it was like the teacher was horrified once he found out that she was a student. Because it wasn't like they were a teacher and student who like hooked up in the classroom. They hooked up outside of school.
Yeah.
And then he like saw her in school later. Even with that said, like he was like horrified of it. It still felt a little bit creepier than when we heard about that dude in your grade banging the gym teacher.
Yeah.
Like it was...
Get a little more specific, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like all we can really say is that, like, the double standard definitely exists. And, like, again, like, we can try and avoid it, but, like, it's just kind of how we think. And it's fucked up, but, like, yeah, I don't know. This shit's weird.
All right, you ready for the last topic of the day?
Yeah.
Boy.
Hit me.
This is just something I've been thinking about over the past actually how long are we going for right now? Yeah, we still have time.
We're running on about 58 minutes.
Yeah. This is just something that's kind of like I've been thinking about for the past couple weeks, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna lay this out there on the pod and just
on the pod.
just see just kind of like just run it by you guys. So I'll start with this. It's not smart or cool or funny, really, to be like, oh, Trump is bad anymore. Yeah. Like, it's so obvious. We have a friend who, like, thinks that, like, all late night shows should, like, just, like, there's nothing wrong with them making, like, low-hanging fruit Trump jokes all night.
I think it's getting pretty stale, to be honest.
It's been stale.
It's so stale.
It's pretty stale.
That's why I stopped watching.
Stale. But
especially Colbert.
I think it's most stale with SNL.
Yeah, definitely.
SNL too.
Like SNL has just turned into like a government parody.
SNL, the Trump skits on SNL have not been funny for like a year.
No, they were probably funny at first.
When they were covering the election, they were really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just like, I'm sorry, before you get to your point, it's just like, whenever like they parody like, not just Trump, but like the government in general, it's always the same shit. It's like, I'm a conservative and I'm stupid. I'm a liberal and I'm wacky. And like, that's all it is.
And also anybody, like literally anybody off the street can do like a funny Trump impression.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You have like he has a very distinct manner of speaking. He has very distinct hand motions. You just got to be like, and I like the government. And I like
fish delight.
It's so easy.
And then just put on a wig, paint your face orange, and bam, you're Trump.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah, it's very low hanging fruit, but continue.
Yeah, so what I was saying is, we're next level on Podcast Paradise. We don't sit here
we rise above, baby.
We don't sit here and we just, talk about Trump being bad, because, no shit. What I think is much more interesting is who ultimately will go down as fucking up the country more, Donald Trump or George W. Bush.
Trump.
I think that is such because they did it in so different ways.
I think Trump, just because of how highly covered it was. Like, it's a lot more highly covered than W.
Let's get my.
I mean, W was very highly covered too.
Right. Yeah, but this is a lot more.
My take on it is that Trump is a crook. George Bush is an idiot. I mean, like,
they're both idiots.
They're both idiots, but George W. Bush, I think, is even more of an idiot than Trump.
You think he's more harmless?
I think he's
dude.
Yeah.
No, but the way Trump does stuff on purpose, but with
so does W. Bush.
W. Bush does stuff on purpose, but he doesn't think of the ramifications.
Yeah, he does.
That's okay, but like also as a president, that's a bad quality.
That's what I'm saying.
You think Trump is sitting there weighing the possible ramifications of his decisions?
He's saying what is good for me. He's saying what is good for me.
So is Bush.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing as not weighing the ramifications.
I think Trump is definitely dumber.
Really?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. I think Bush is dumber. I mean, I think they're both idiots, but I think Bush is definitely dumber.
My whole thing with Trump is like I think definitely like by public standards, Trump is fucking up the country more just because of how highly covered it is and how intensely people are talking about it. And they did cover Bush a lot, but like Trump he's a whole nother level.
To me, it's almost a debate between like how much do you weigh like literal, like, we got caught in a war and our economy went to complete shit and I think it was a fucking amendment, the thing that lets you, like, that still exists, where you can jail anyone without trial if you suspect them of being a terrorist. Like, these things all, the TSA thing, these things
some, like, Gestapo shit.
These things all happened under Bush.
Mm-hmm.
But with Trump, I think it's more like the morale of the country more so.
Yeah.
And like the division and the
divide.
Racial tensions.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you weigh as worse? Like very tangible-ish like problems, or like kind of the more subtle,
like the policies.
Well, first of all, let me just say the recession that happened under Bush was already a big thing for making him.
Because when he took over, we had a surplus.
Yeah.
And by the end of his 2 terms...
Like, the whole point of Clinton's presidency was to, like, shorten the deficit, you know? And, like, once Bush came in, spending went up, like, a shit ton. And it just drove right into the ground in 2008.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I value the morale of the country and the whole divide more, because I think that's more long-lasting than policy. Because policy can change.
We got stuck. We still are facing the ramifications of all 3 of those decisions.
Yeah, I know, but I think we're going to be facing these ramifications for just as long, if not longer.
Let me just say, the wars under Bush, if they hadn't have happened, we wouldn't have ISIS right now. I think
but we still would have had the old terrorists.
Yeah, we'd have Al-Qaeda, we'd have the Taliban.
But also, like, my whole thing is, like, this whole, like, presidential cycle has changed the definition of liberal and conservative.
It definitely has.
No, it always was like that.
No, it's gotten worse.
It's changed the definition. It's very much brought out the radicals on both sides and made them more normalized.
No. The radical right wing has been around since Reagan.
I'm saying the radical left wing has come out a lot, too.
They came out a lot under Obama too, though.
But I'm saying,
now they're fighting.
Yeah, they were both emerged already, but now they're like meeting heads already.
Yeah, you have the Confederate flag waving Uncle Pop, like Pops over here. You know, he's completely racist, sexist, homophobic. But then on the other spectrum, you have like lady with like rainbow colored hair, 30 genders. Like screaming about...
that's a more of a social trend than...
Yeah, well, okay, I'm not gonna go along with the line of Dan, but just like, my whole thing is like, think about how many counter protests there have been recently. And
but like, I think the disapproval for Bush was more unanimous. Like that, like there wasn't a lot of infighting because it was like, dude, this, like almost everyone knew that he was an idiot.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
yeah, it was like a meme.
But like that isn't. I think it's a lot better to wholeheartedly disapprove someone as an entire country than for half the country to love him, half the country to hate him. Because that creates a lot longer of a lasting divide.
It's a lot of it isn't like, I just kind of don't like this guy. It's, I hate this guy, or I love this guy.
Yeah, it's
like,
a lot. Everyone has very strong opinions about Trump. Whereas like Bush, it was like again, like Bush, everyone like thought he was an idiot, so a lot of people could rally behind like, oh, he's such an idiot, whether they be conservative or liberal. But for Trump, there were
also a lot of conservatives who were Bush fans.
But I'm saying like it wasn't as much as the conservatives love Trump.
Not really.
But I'm saying like the split in this is going to be very long lasting, I think, because our next president is likely going to be a very liberal person, and then the conservatives are going to go after the liberal person, just like we went after Trump as liberals. Like,
but we also like, we still are affected by the recession in 2008 because
I wouldn't be living here right now if it wasn't for, we were selling our house during the recession and we could not at all.
I'm thinking that like, because that was kind of the reason, the fact that the recession was so bad and the fact that Obama did not fix it instantly in one term is a lot of what turned Republicans against him. And a lot of what led to Trump, I think, is the fact that they still don't understand that, like, it took time, but he did fix a lot of the major financial issues.
If you look before Obama was elected, when he was running against McCain, he had a pretty good lead over Senator McCain. Like he
demolished McCain.
Yeah,
McCain was not really.
Yeah, he had good bipartisan support, but because he didn't fix that, like you said, immediately, he lost a lot of that support.
Yeah, in 2010, he was on the hot seat because he wasn't fixing it instantly.
Which, it's a good thing he did in his second term, because we would be pretty bad right now.
Also, I just want to say this. People always talk about the meme-worthy Trump quotes. Like, Dan, give me one of your favorite Trump meme quotes off the top of your head.
Bing, bing, bong, bong. That's my favorite.
I like that, too. But I think especially because we're younger, we forget what kinds of meme things Bush has said.
Yeah, I don't know that many.
Like, here's one that
he used to make up words. That's one thing.
The reason why this came to me is like why I wanted to discuss it on a podcast is because I stumbled across this quote. This is from George W. Bush. He says, "There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, 'Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again.'"
All right. United States, meet your new president.
That is so fucking wrong. Holy shit.
He took that old adage and just dismantled it and threw away pieces of it and put it back together.
Like, yeah, I just want to, like, remind everyone that, like, this is not the first time we've had someone who was, like, a literal moron who couldn't speak straight.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to try and summarize my stance on this. I think Bush had a lot more, like, physical and intangible, like, issues that he caused, whereas Trump, I feel like it's going to be a lot more long-lasting social issues and, like, political issues that are going to pervade our system for a long time. And I think that's more impactful. Because the physical issues you can fix, but the social issues will take a long-ass time. And he's, like, because this is, like changing people's ideals.
Like an example.
Well, I don't think he changed anyone's ideals. Like,
I think he did.
Because, like, people always said this about Hitler, too. Like, Hitler did not make the men who followed him evil. He just awakened the darkness that was already inside of them.
Yeah, but I agree with you there. I think Trump awakened in, like, people, like, a lot of things that, like, they didn't know that they had. So like he made the conservatives a lot more conservative, and he made the liberals a lot more liberal. So I think he very much he made the radical ends of both sides a lot more normalized. That's
Like,
my whole thing.
For example, in Tiverton, there's this man who owns I guess a car shop or like a mechanics thing.
Oh,
in
down
South
by
Tiv.
Nantucket?
Yeah, and he has a big sign that he's able to put words on, and it's always political. I remember one saying CNN, NBC, CBS, all the news organizations except Fox. And it said, "Do not believe this. You are getting brainwashed." You don't see that stuff. You did not see that stuff 8 years ago. I don't think.
Yeah.
Not to the degree you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Trump definitely turned the public against anything that was against him.
He turned the country in on itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to be crazy, but it's sort of similar to the Civil War, whereas it's two opposite ideals of America clashing, and obviously it's not a war. It's more of a political debate, but it's really fucking bad.
I don't think it's ever going to get to a war.
No.
But I definitely think there will be more increases in terror attacks, politically motivated terror attacks. In this country.
Maybe not even that. Well, I'm thinking just again, if the presidential position goes how it always goes, where it swings left and then it swings right. If we get a really far left-leaning president, then the conservatives are going to go after them hard.
And it's going to swing really far right again. It's only going to get worse and worse.
I don't think it'll swing as far right. I think we're at the end of the pendulum swinging, and it's going to start to become more normalized.
I hope so.
But I don't know. I feel like Trump, this whole thing with Trump is really going to spell trouble for our future a lot more than Bush has. Because again, it's more tangible issues versus more social issues. I think social kind of outweighs tangible.
For me, I think it's tough to say, obviously, because with Bush we have 10 years of hindsight separated from him.
Yeah, and we can see
tensions have cooled too.
And we can see all the outcomes of the actions that we can't see with Trump.
Because for me, I kind of almost it almost ties back to me for that how YouTube by just taking Alex Jones off their platform pretty much dismantled his audience, and people stopped believing in him, and what they're doing with the conspiracy theories. Maybe I'm just being optimistic, but I always kind of think that a lot of Trump is temporary.
You think it'll sort of blow over quickly?
Yeah.
Once he leaves presidency?
I hope it does.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the things that he is doing can be easily repealed.
I'm saying the things
policies
that he's doing can be repealed, but I'm saying their impact will still be there.
I think racial tension. I think a lot of the racial tension and fake news. I think a lot of it without Trump fueling the fire. I think a lot of it will die out.
You think he's going to disappear the second his presidency ends?
Well, what I think is
dude.
He's been asking. At least from what it seems like from all pieces that are inside source, that he is very much in over his head, does not really want to do it anymore.
But I guarantee you, the second he stops being president, he's going to go back to his old practice of just tweeting at people.
I think he's going to do that, but he's not going to be in the spotlight.
I don't think he's going to be.
I think he's going to be doing interviews and shit.
I don't.
I think he will.
I think once he loses the next election, he's kind of going to fizzle out.
I don't know. I'm not that optimistic about that, but I hope you're right.
Well, I think it's going to happen where, his effect on the public is so strong. I think MAGA hats are still going to be a thing for a long time.
I honestly don't. I think come 2022, they're not going to really be a thing
I think
anymore.
people will still be wearing them at Republican rallies.
Yeah, but maybe I think it'd be more rare and more reserved.
It'll be more rare, but it'll still be there. And I think you still will be able to see them depending on where you go. Maybe in the Bible Belt or something, you'll still see plenty of people.
Yeah, but those people
them.
existed before Trump.
Yeah, but they
just didn't have the hat.
Yeah, they didn't have before that, the Confederate flag was their symbol. Now they have the hat that they can just wear. It's a lot easier than a flag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, someone brought this up on Twitter a couple days ago, where it's I'm gonna love when 30 years from now, the new like scandal is gonna be like when we see a senator and we look back at his old pictures of him and we see him in the MAGA hat. It's like that's the new the new blackface.
No, it's gonna be that kid who was like yelling at the Native American like protester, like he's gonna run for senator, and then everyone's gonna like look
he's not
back
gonna
and
run
see
for
that.
anything.
No, he's a bum.
Yeah,
he's a bum.
Can't.
I'm just saying.
He's been
I'm just saying it'd be fun.
Also, I mean,
I don't
want
think he's actually gonna run for anything. He seems like an absolute idiot.
I don't want this to turn to a tangent, but there's been a lot of talk about how that story was played up, like between the MAGA kid and the Native Americans.
Like in what way?
Well, because there were also like I don't know what their group is called, like the Black Israelite people or something. I don't remember what they're called, but they're another radical group, and they were like they were throwing racial slurs at these people, the MAGA people. And basically, the Native American group came in to try to ease the tensions. And the way they filmed it was that kid didn't know what to do at all. He was just fucking confused.
No, what? No.
I don't... Yeah.
I do not believe in that for half a second.
Daniel.
But
Just answer. We can cut this out.
We're filming a podcast, Mom.
Okay, fine.
Can we leave that in?
No.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm cutting that.
uh,
Alright, back.
Alright, whatever, we're back. Okay, we're back. So, my thing is, you've seen the smirk on that fucking kid. Like, you saw his face. Like, he knew what he was doing.
I purposely did not watch that video. And didn't he get interviewed after? And he did not say anything about, like, we were getting attacked by radical black
Well, there was videos of it. There were literal videos. I'm not trying to defend this kid. I was not there. I don't know what exactly happened. I'm just saying there is a counter argument that I think holds some
Well, also,
water
there
here.
are plenty of other videos of those kids, like, on other instances, like, being in that area and just yelling at women and, like, catcalling
Really?
them. Yeah, I've seen
I
that on
purposely
Twitter.
tried not to follow that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But I went down a Twitter rabbit hole on that, and I saw videos of, like, women walking by them and them getting, like, catcalled
Oh,
and shit.
damn. Yeah, I changed my...
Yeah, and
And
also
also, they always like one of the counter arguments because you can't avoid it. I've tried to avoid it so much, but even you can't. It's everywhere on Twitter, and one of the counter arguments to it is they're like that that Native American he was yelling at. He had a criminal record.
didn't he have, like, tell me what he had? Wasn't it, like...
I did
it was,
not
like,
read
possession of, like, marijuana or
But
something.
it's
It was
it's
something
it's
really
like
innocuous.
but it's like that's completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
It matters nothing.
He was
to the
peacefully
situation.
protesting.
Yeah, it is not relevant whatsoever.
I mean, if you can bring that stuff in, then we can bring in that he was a Vietnam vet. I mean, like...
and also, because it's like saying, like, if somebody walked up on the street and called an Asian person a chink, and it turns out later that the Asian person is a murderer, that doesn't mean that the fact that kid saw a random Asian person and called them a chink, that doesn't balance it out at all. Because he had no idea.
The intentions were still the same.
Yeah. Because to him, that was just a random Asian person.
Yeah, like, he didn't know that the person was a theoretical murderer. Like,
yeah.
For him, it was just, hey, here's a racial slur, fuck you. Like, it wasn't like, you murderer, I hate you. And even if they were a murderer, that, like, just don't use a racial slur. Like, come on. Easy peasy, just avoid that shit.
Alright, any last thoughts before we blast off here?
I'm all set, and I think young Daniel needs to get going.
Yeah, I think we're in a time crunch.
I think
here.
my parents might have left without me. Because my mom said, alright, bye. So I think she might have left without me.
She's supposed to be taking you to school, though.
No, I'm not going to school.
No,
I'm
he's
going
going
to
to
see
his
my
grandparents.
grandparents.
Oh. She just left with that. Alright.
I'll leave it in now. There's too much to cut
Yeah,
now.
Yeah,
so
whatever.
funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, people can listen to it. If they make it this far, they can listen to it.
Yeah, alright. Is that it for Paradise Max?
Yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, share, add me on fucking Kick Messenger, do whatever the fuck you gotta do to get this out there.
And any fuck.com representatives watching, we are always prepped and ready for your wonderful sponsorship. Hit us up.
Slide into my email. It's podcastparadise with a 3 @gmail.com.
And we're not even asking for a lot. We just want to be able to say that we were sponsored.
Yeah,
Or maybe some
Exactly.
T-shirts, a hat,
Yeah.
maybe.
If you send us a T-shirt, we will not sponsor you. Like, we will feel obliged if you send us a T-shirt.
All right.
Yeah. Cigarette smokers, get raped, motherfucker.
That's awful, Max. Don't say that.
Peace out.
Bye, bitches.